Welcome to Gutter Trash, Appleseed Comic-Con Special Edition. My name is Eric.
I'm Jason.
And we've got guests with us. We are, first of all, let me apologize for the sound quality. No actual microphones, and we are in a strange hotel room. We are probably going to get murdered and fucked, in that order.
Aww.
By our two guests, Brian John Mitchell and Kurt Dins. Hello.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Brian John Mitchell.
And I am Kurt Dins.
And this is Racist Cartoons. Special Edition, Appleseed Comic-Con 2014.
Exclusively drawn by left-handers.
Yep.
You know, Chip Kid's left-handed. Next question.
Who? Where did that come from?
Who is Chip Kid? The guy that designed the Jurassic Park logo? What?
This is about that time we need the screeching brake sound effect. No,
I actually met him last week in another country. And he signed a book of mine. And
when were you in another country last week?
Canada. It was last week. Barely another
last
country.
Week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Canada. Well, now you're unemployed, so you just fly up to the corners.
I got no shit to do.
Is it T2E2?
TCAF.
Oh.
That would be awesome if it was T2E2. T2 eats you.
T2SU.
But that's not. No Chip Kid. He's not here. We got Kurt Dins. We got Brian John Mitchell. There's 5 names amongst the 2 men.
I'm curious. Did you how did this person who designed the Jurassic Park logo?
Yeah.
Was he selling prints of the logo?
No, he's
he a comic artist? Or?
Well, he's famous for doing book designs, and one of the books he had that he was selling was this. It's a Batman book. It's like a Japanese Batman book that collects all these photos of Japanese Batman products and things. And he did all the design for the books, and he was selling that there.
He's done other stuff as well. He's designed a whole bunch of logos for DC Comics.
He wrote Batman Death by Design, which is a Gutter Trash episode.
Yes. He designed the Jack Cole biography that Art Spiegelman wrote.
So he doesn't do much then. He's not a go-good guy.
He did a Murakami book, IQ84. He did the design for that, and he's written 2 books, including Cheese Monkeys and the Believers. Or no?
Yes, Believers.
The guy.
No, not Believers. That's the magazine that Charles Burns draws.
The guy that's the official head of the Cartoonist Guild for Pittsburgh. His latest work was the logo design for Sonic the Hedgehog comic.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
I would take that gig.
It was like 10 years ago, but yeah.
You guys are at another level. I would have never thought to have pursued or found out about anybody that did logos or designed books.
You don't intentionally find that out.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Well, the crazy thing was, I went to his table because I was like, "Oh, Chip Kid's here," and I went to his table. 0 people at his table. He was just sitting there, twiddling his thumbs. And I was like, and I was like, man, I really like your stuff. And I had him autograph this thing, and he was super nice, super nice.
It's because you're the only person that visited him.
Maybe, yeah.
So would you like to come to my room later?
He is gay.
Is he?
Yeah.
He was definitely gay.
More gay or less gay than you?
Less gay than me, but definitely gay. And I walked up to his table, and he had an Asian lady with him at the table. And when I walked up, I was like, "Oh, I thought this guy was gay." And then he started talking. I was like, "Oh, okay, he's gay."
And the feather boa.
Was she a beard or what?
No, she was just hanging out.
Kind of hag.
What? You can't say that on this show.
What, fag hag?
Fag hag.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
No, it's actually yeah. It's a thing. Yeah.
I think at this point we should mention the amount of mead consumed in this podcast.
We've been drinking.
I haven't. This is my first.
This is my first.
Is it
I
really?
couldn't get a cocktail in the
since
bar downstairs.
noon.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But before noon, I gave you something.
Yeah.
This is my fifth drink of the
Today?
evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
No,
I'm good to
really?
go. Yeah. it
Where'd
is.
you get the ones besides from me?
2 beers at the pizza place and
Oh, you're right.
Uh,
Right, you got 2 at the pizza.
2 meads before this, and then
More
this.
that mead you gave me? Or are you drinking it?
I'll unbottle this other one.
Alright.
What do you want? More cinnamon?
Yeah.
Brian John Mitchell, our friend and guest, makes his own mead, and we are partaking and imbibing and inebriating.
And that is, a friend with mead is a friend indeed.
Wow, I
My
like
friend.
I like that.
Alright.
And make sure you close the fridge
And
properly.
the door
There we go.
that keeps the refrigerator closed.
You know, I did notice today. Eric left the convention because we're at Appleseed convention here in.
Beautiful downtown Fort Wayne, Indiana.
And Eric was like, "I'm gonna run out for a few minutes." So I was like, "That's cool." And then, like, as you were walking away, you were already out of like earshot. I looked at my phone and it was 4:20, and I was like, "Is he going to smoke weed in this car?"
I don't remember where it is.
Here's the other one that's on my hand.
Oh, okay. So anyway, we wasted all of our discussion at the restaurant. So we're done. Thanks everybody. Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
All right, thanks, Mike.
We mentioned that Judas
Where?
Priest is a band, and I think everybody here likes at least their early catalog.
I like all of Judas Priest.
I'm indifferent.
What was the Rob Halford solo album that I couldn't remember the name of?
We don't know. It's
Christmas
after
album.
Fight. Yeah, after Fight. There's
Winter
another Rob
Songs.
Halford record.
No, it
that
was
no one
like-
knows.
And I'll go look it up.
It was from like 99, 2000.
This is one thing I know
Fight.
you guys don't have the chance to do very often whenever it's just you two.
Oh yeah, like
You guys can't look up stuff. You do sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but usually during the break. So we
Yeah.
need to talk while he looks this
No,
up.
yeah,
so
like
there's
sometimes
not
I'll
delay.
have my phone with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so what's your highlights of the show been? Because there's a lot of really talented people, including legendary comic artist Jim Steranko here at the show.
I didn't know, like, okay, I don't know about you guys, but me, like, Steranko, like, okay, I read some of the early Nick Fury stuff.
Mhm.
Early. I mean, I don't even know if you consider that. Like, I guess 60s Nick Fury is early,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
But,
It's before he was black.
yeah, right. And it's good. But, like, I mean, like, it's kind of like the, Mitch Hedberg thing, where it's like, when you go to a guy who's famous, but you're not really familiar with his work, what do you say? Like, I like toast. Do you like toast? Okay, let's move on. I don't know what I would say to
I don't
Steranko.
know. I don't know that I've ever read anything that he's drawn, but I've looked at tons of his art and covers, and his covers are fucking amazing.
Yeah, like, I walked by his table and I was looking at some of the stuff he's done, and, like, everything is covered.
He's great.
It's, yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a designer and a
Yeah.
pinup artist, and then that was his thing when he was doing S.H.I.E.L.D. was that he really pushed the envelope for how to lay out a comic book page, like even more than Kirby.
Yeah.
And with Steranko, you don't say anything to him. He will say everything to you.
He tells you,
Yeah.
listen here, kid.
I didn't talk to him. Maybe
Poke
I
me in the
should
chest
I
again
should
this
fucking
time.
give him some books, whatever.
As I was leaving the convention, I just wanted to come up here for a little bit. And Kurt was talking to Steranko.
Two.
Kurt was
That's it. Sorry, go ahead, sorry.
Kurt was speaking with Steranko, and it was in the middle of a conversation about Steranko's bloodiest bar fight.
Yeah. I was in a bar fight once, kid, let me tell you.
Yeah.
This Marine cleared out the bar and started busting everybody's asses. That's why I was playing rock and roll, and the stage was so small, my heels were actually off the back of the stage.
What?
That's exactly what his story was about. It was fantastic.
I don't understand. All I know is that he has the best hair of anyone over the age of
80.
Yeah, but
80.
I'm pretty. Look hard though. I'm not so sure it's all his.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Is some of it yours?
That's why it's not red anymore. It's white.
I found, speaking of Kurt's hair, I found some of his gray pubes on one of his t-shirts at the show. I peeled them off and
My short curlies.
yeah, I put them on the carpet of the floor. I really did. I thought it might help sell the t-shirt if there was no pubes on it.
And you sold some shirts, right?
I did sew.
So how
I
did you
actually
go?
sold a shirt. Yeah, I did because they cleaned off. They said, "My God."
I gave a shirt away today to Kurt.
To me, I know. I'm flush with shirts, with shirt wear.
I wish you could wear a medium. I'd give you the very last Veggie Dog satin
Like,
shirt.
I could wear a medium, but it wouldn't look right. It wouldn't feel right. That's for sure.
Or would it? Would feel so right.
All right, Rob Halford's solo album. I do not know if it was his second solo album, but it was called 2, and it was the number 2 with a W-O next
That's
to it.
not the one I'm thinking of.
Well, then you're thinking of Halford or Halford 3, because all that's listed on here is Halford, Fight, and 2.
Huh. None of those songs.
Rob Halford is the singer for Judas Priest.
Yes.
He has
Oh,
blonde
yeah.
hair.
Oh, yes.
Maybe that was one of his pubes on my shirt. Yes, Judas Priest, Fight, and 2. Those are his associated acts.
Maybe it was 2. I don't know. I feel like there was like a title track, like an album title track that was fucking awesome. I don't remember. Maybe it was 2. I don't know. But yeah, has anybody had any highlights of the show? Like, what do you remember about this show?
I was sitting
only
next
day
to
one.
Power Girl.
It's only day one. There's a whole nother tomorrow, but as far as day one, you were sitting next to Power Girl.
I was sitting next to Power Girl for a large portion of my my day. And
Speaking of large portions, if anyone's
her
not
thighs
familiar,
were disproportionate with the real Power Girl.
if anyone's not
They were
familiar,
fantastic, though.
if you're not familiar with Power Girl, Google her on a separate browser window because it's
Boob window, I believe, is the term
And then
people
Google yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
right.
No, I mean, like, she was actually really cool. I don't know if you guys talked to her.
No.
But I, talked to her, multiple times.
She
was
came.
super
I think
cool.
she came to our table when I wasn't there.
I don't know if she did or not. No, she didn't when I was there.
But,
But I talked to her just very briefly when I was watching Brian's table.
Oh, okay. I thought it was our table.
I don't know you guys' experience with cosplay girls, but my experience with cosplay girls is a lot of times they're, super full of themselves. And she was not. She was just yeah, whatever, I'm dressing up like this because this is fun. This is cool.
That's awesome.
Which is, is awesome. And, when people asked for a picture with her, she was like, yeah, of course.
Oh, I saw her taking pictures with kids and stuff.
Yeah, she was doing pictures with everybody.
Yeah.
And,
it wasn't to fuel her
yeah, it wasn't fueling her ego at
Right.
all. She was just totally cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was the highlight of my show today, was getting a picture with her. Where I said, hey, when my friend gets back, would you mind taking a picture with me where you're punching me in the face? And she was like, nobody has ever asked me for that. That is awesome.
You're with your boobs.
Well, of course, that's what I meant.
I think
She did not understand.
my highlight might have been a Girl Scout troop came to my table to make buttons that they individually drew that would be on their sashes.
Oh,
that's awesome.
That happened?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're making buttons at your table?
You didn't dream that in your cocoon?
No, that really happened.
That's
Brian-
the second highlight of
For,
the weekend.
for anyone who doesn't know, Brian John Mitchell sleeps in a cocoon on top of all of the covers on the bed that we share.
That's because you shed your skin every night, correct?
How else do you stay this youthful?
That's right.
It's not every 40-year-old can need to show their ID when they go to an R-rated movie.
Oh, yeah, that was special.
Did you guys go see an R-rated movie before you came here?
Yeah, it was called Deep Throat.
At one of the fine Dayton mini theaters.
There are a lot of art
Abandoned
theaters. Yeah.
Oh,
There's a band in.
abandoned adult theaters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This would be quite an interesting date.
I smell a mini comic.
Oh, is that... Did the military pull out of there? I can't remember.
No,
They
they
just come inside.
Yeah, they come inside, yeah.
Woo! You said it! No one's ever going to make it this far into the episode.
No, why wouldn't they?
Nor should
Yeah.
they. Yeah.
If you're still listening, you deserve a prize. Name your prize.
We're all going to do sketches for whoever
Yeah.
writes in.
Right. Sure, yeah.
I did. I
Except for
got.
Brian John Mitchell, you're not
No.
allowed.
I got asked to do a sketch today.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well,
the guy
so much
across the alley from me asked me to. He brought his themed sketchbook over to me.
Okay. I love themed sketchbooks.
And he was like, okay, so the idea is there's all these X-Men characters listed, and you choose one to draw them as the opposite gender as they currently are, and then you cross them out, and then you write in your own X-Men character
And
for somebody else.
Who did you do?
I did Wolverine was available.
Nobody had done Wolverine.
I know!
What?
I
That's
know.
weird.
That is weird.
That is-
You weren't the first one?
No, there were like 12 people at that
That's
time.
crazy. That didn't happen.
I know, right?
And also, how
And the
can I
character
get
I
involved in
added-
this?
Right?
Yeah, I want to do this.
I want to do too. I want to do long shot as a lady with a mullet. It's a mullet.
Longshot wasn't on the list. I'm sure you could. The character that I added was Warlock, which probably he wasn't even really an X.
He was a New Mutant.
Yeah, whatever. He's fucking cool.
Counts.
Yeah. It's in the XU.
You know, falls under the Xavier School of whatever the hell that's called.
The
School for
Jean
gifted
Grey
youngsters.
School for Gifted Youngsters.
Right, yeah. Imagine my shock and surprise when I get an X-Men comic that's written within the past 3 months, and I'm like, wait a minute, why isn't Mr. Professor X in this issue?
Right.
No idea.
Wait, is
So I just put it back down and went back to reading.
I don't even know the answer to that question.
He's dead.
Really?
Yeah, Cyclops killed him.
How many months is that going to last more?
It's lasted about a year now.
Wow, that's
Okay,
pretty-
so
that's
it's
pretty
about
good.
time for it to
It's
expire.
done.
Probably, yeah.
Expiration date.
I don't think so.
I read one where
Is he in the new movie?
Yeah.
Then he'll appear again.
No, he's dead.
No.
well, wait a minute. I saw
Because the guy who killed him is currently writing the X-Men books.
Have
So-
you read Captain America?
I have read Captain America.
Okay.
There was always a plan for that, though.
No, there was not always a plan.
I'm not saying that Professor X isn't never going to come back. I'm just saying that not for now.
What about
Another year, maybe.
Nightcrawler's
Right.
still dead, right? Or no? Did he?
No, he...
Nightcrawler
That's the issue I
died.
read where Nightcrawler comes back. Like they have the pirate battle.
He
or something.
crawls back in
Wow.
to existence.
well, that issue that I gave you today is the beginning of him coming back from death.
Oh, is it? Okay. Eric did a delightful sketch for me today of, well, not today, but
Gave it to you.
I gave it to you
Gave
today.
it to me today of Gambit blowing cards out of his ass, which is a request that I didn't believe anyone would try to do, but yet Eric tackled that.
That reminds me.
Him and Starinka are the only two people that have done that.
When
So-
inspiration strikes, yeah.
I think my highlight of this convention actually is last night we went to this Hero's place. How do you
Oh,
say it? How does everybody else pronounce
I say Euro.
Hero.
Euro.
Gyro.
You could say hero.
I say Hero. Anyway,
You're
and
wrong,
so,
but you could
so I
say
get my food. I go and I sit down, and this kid's like, he's like 4 or 5. He goes, "Daddy, it's Captain America." And I'm eating my sandwich.
Well, we should
whatever
preface
you
this. You're
Yeah.
dressed like Captain America.
I have a Captain America hoodie on.
And it has the fucking mask.
Yeah.
But I didn't have it pulled. I didn't have the mask pulled.
But you can see it. It's
But
hanging down like
there's
your
a
head.
giant A and wings on the side of your hoodie.
You're right.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
And
So
you rode
anyway,
in on a motorcycle.
the kid's like, "Daddy, this."
And you
it's
do have
Captain
that
America."
shield.
That's true. I do have a
You're
shield.
eating your high rose out of shields.
And the dad goes, "Yeah, but he looks busy."
That was pretty great.
And then Jason drew a comic of it,
I did.
which is fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
I did.
Nice. It's beautiful.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
This is my first podcast with Kurt Dentz. It's pretty great.
I know this is the first time. Right now, who's going to listen to this episode? Because all the listeners are here.
Jeremy Anderson. He'll listen.
No.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, my girlfriend's not going to listen because I'm not going to listen. She only listens as an
You do?
accessory.
And your mom doesn't listen anymore, right, Jason?
My mom doesn't even know that I draw comics.
Okay.
She just thinks I'm sleeping in the basement all day.
Yeah,
Eric, does your new lady friend know that you do the podcast?
She does.
Does she listen at all or no?
She listens to the Stupid Sexy podcast and the Viewmasters.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
I recommend that.
This
You mean the stupid, sexy spoil cast? That's what you guys should call that. Can't even listen to that show anymore.
Sorry.
You two guys. I'm like 5 episodes missing on Walking Dead. You're like, yeah, it's too bad about the kid. I'm like, oh, is that damn it, son of a bitch?
Yeah. Did you just?
Well, to be fair, we don't watch The Walking Dead anymore.
I know, it's right, okay.
It's only in reruns now.
Don't you know what your girlfriend watches?
I see her like once a week. And all we do is eat Mexican food and then watch Game of Thrones.
And then get it on.
And then Dutch ovens, and that's it.
Another theme for this weekend apparently will be Dutch ovens.
Yeah. Oh, it will be tonight. I'm going to get one inside of Brian's cocoon while he's sawing logs.
So the question is, will anybody be buying anything?
Well, I spent $12.50 today, and so far I've made $0. So I probably won't buy anything tomorrow unless I sell some stuff.
No, tell us what you bought.
I bought... I'm pretty excited because the first table we went to, I was like, I wonder if he has any Valiant trade paperbacks. I'm specifically looking for Magnus and Solar.
Did you say it out loud?
I did, and he was like, I think we have some of those. And I was like, yeah, all right.
And he was like, I think they'd be under V for Valiant.
And they weren't. They were under S and M. And that's where I always goes in the S and M section first, so I lucked out. But yeah, I found a Solar trade and a Magnus trade for half cover price of this guy's. So that was $10 for the pair. And then I bought
The cover price was set in 1992.
At $20. And then I found another trade for 50 cents on another guy's booth.
Wow.
And of the Extremists
by
Peter Milligan and Ted McKeever. And then
I bought that one.
I'm surprised, which I'm surprised you didn't have.
I'm actually a little surprised you didn't have it.
I had that at one time.
I thought you would have the individual issues because I feel like anything I have individual issues of.
I have, for years, I had issues 2 through 4 of that series and could never find issue number 1 anywhere. And I finally got it like a year ago, and I still haven't read them.
It wasn't very good.
It's a good series. It is good. I read it. I bought them monthly as they came out, and I sold them in one of my purges. And then the other thing I bought was an issue of Stranger to Stranger by Robert Hendricks, who was my next door neighbor at the table.
I need to buy. I should buy some of this stuff. He does great work.
One of the best mini comics I've ever read. It's so awesome.
He's really great.
I think all the people who you've said previously do the best mini comic you've ever read are going to be offended by that statement.
I said one of.
No, he's...
You just said the best mini comic.
I said one of the best. I didn't say the. It's definitely not the.
He is really... Yeah, he's fucking good.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. He's a nice guy, too.
He's good, and he's a nice guy.
Look him up. Look him up. Stranger to
Stranger. It's based on Craigslist.
Craigslist misconnections.
Yeah, it's inspired by Craigslist misconnections, and it's really good. That's all you can say about it.
Yeah, it's really good. That's all I bought today, and I'm not buying anything tomorrow.
All right, so let's do this round of what people bought today. Eric?
Well, I managed to make a sale today, made $20. So then I turned around and spent it at the same table where Jason got his 2 Valiant trades. And I bought the final 3 trades of Strangers in Paradise that I needed to complete my collection.
Oh, awesome. It's awesome. 3 trades for $20.
Yep.
It's a good deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I also went to that same table.
It's a good table.
It is a good fucking table.
It's called Comics Rec, I think is what it's called.
And at that table, what did I bought?
You bought a ton. You bought Jake Thrash.
No, that was at a different table.
Oh, okay.
Jake Thrash was
Bad Company.
I bought Bad Company at that table, which is by Peter Milligan, who longtime Gutter Trash fans know as a hit or miss writer.
Yep.
And I've never read this book. It was recommended to me by Martin Newman of the band Plumeray, and
name dropping.
Yeah,
that's good.
And also by Jason Young of Gutter Trash.
Look at name
dropping. And his new solo project, which he's going to do.
What's your new solo project?
I don't know. It's called Slowpoke Rodriguez, I think.
Yeah, Slowpoke. I can't even say it without laughing.
So can I say that I'm a little offended that you guys are making plans for this solo album and I've been waiting in the wings with Ned the Bull for years.
You have look. There's long been.
I have to sleep at this bed. Watch what you're dropping.
Well, we'll discuss the stains in the bed in just one minute.
There's long been an open invitation.
I know there has.
For Sean Bourne.
And I've been waiting for Jason to come over one day and jam with me.
All I have is an acoustic guitar, which is what me and Brian were going to work on.
You have an electric guitar.
I don't have an electric guitar.
You bought one like 6 months ago, I thought.
I gave it to my teenage cousin who was trying to learn how to play guitar.
You're a fuck.
Alright, well, okay. Monday morning, you're going to call out from work and we're going to record an album together.
Alright. Yeah, all three of us.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I'll call off Monday if you do.
Those papers need to be delivered.
That's
You're never going to get your grip.
That's not
until
until Wednesday.
That's only on Wednesdays.
Every other Wednesday.
Every other Wednesday.
But not last Wednesday.
Yeah, or the one before.
Personal reasons.
So you got to tell me about the delivery though. Does the bag that carries the newspapers, does that get caught in your bike spokes?
He uses the Saturn. Veggie Dog Saturn. Hello.
Yeah, that's right.
Is that seriously where that came from?
Yeah, well, there's a guy named Roy Peters who goes by the nickname, the handle, if you will, of Hot Dog Chevy. And he's
a long way to go for telling me if that's just a Saturn.
He's pretty much the polar opposite of me.
Yeah.
So I went with the opposite of his nickname, which is Veggie Dog Saturn. Because he drives a Chevy. I drive a Saturn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
logically.
And his name is Hot Dog?
Hot Dog Chevy.
Hot Dog Chevy.
And I'm a vegetarian, so I'm Veggie Dog Saturn.
Oh, look at that.
That's where it comes from.
So should I go over the rest
Yeah,
of
oh, yeah.
And now you know. Okay, sorry.
So, from the same place as everybody else bought their shit.
Comic Strike.
Yeah, was, I got some comics I've actually been looking for, which were the giant-sized mini-comics, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Which was put out by Eclipse in the 80s. And a person that I feel is kind of a peer to ours, Matt Friesel, has...
Friesel.
However you say his name. He has, I think in issue 2, some of his shorts are in that one. So I'm kind of excited about that, but I'm also kind of fearing it because it could go either way.
Oh, and I'm sure they're good. His stuff is... He's like Weird Al.
Well,
It's
no, like I'm sure his parts in it are good, but I'm not sure that everything in that is going to be good.
Oh, I agree.
And then
that's why they call it an anthology, because some of it sucks.
Yeah, that's anthology means some is awesome and some sucks. That's pretty much what
most
anthology
sucks and 2 are good, I think is what.
Yeah, so I got Bad Company and the mini comics thing from there. And then from another table where Jason bought some stuff, and he turned me onto that it was even cheaper than the table that we initially went to. I got a Bloodshot.
I'm spreading the valiant word.
I know, right? So, okay, last summer I bought this issue of Bloodshot for 50 cents that was phenomenal. That was called... I think it's issue 12 or 13. It's called Bloodshot's Day Off, which it's available in dollar bins and 50-cent bins. And I really suggest it to anyone who would ever read a comic.
The cover is him sitting on a couch watching TV.
Yeah.
In foil, like a holographic foil.
It's not holographic foil. He's wearing a kimono, half exposing himself in his boxer shorts and watching TV.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And
great.
it's the TV is the light source for the whole cover.
It's great.
It is.
That's oddly how I imagined Kurt last night when we were texting.
It is
pretty close.
It is a really. It is
a vodka tonic in his hand.
I admit that I don't read a lot of mainstream comics, but it's the most fun mainstream comic I've read in the past 10 years.
What issue number is it?
12 or 13. It's Bloodshot, and it's Bloodshot's Day Off.
Yeah.
It's he goes on vacation in Mexico, and he's banging a girl, and it's there's all this noise from the hotel room next door, and he's like, "Guys, you're interrupting me fucking a girl," and they're murdering somebody. So then for the next 15 pages, he's dealing with the aftermath of witnessing a murder, and then he goes back to fucking the girl at the end. So it's
okay. It's a very easy cover, but that's not who I remember Bloodshot being. I guess.
Yeah, no, it's not who anybody remembers Bloodshot being.
Maybe you're thinking Blood Wolf or Blood Strike or...
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Strike STRYCHE.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, I got that.
You got a bunch of stuff, too.
Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff there. I got, what was the one you suggested? Solar number 0, I think.
Rye number 0.
Rye number 0. I got there.
The Eaters.
The Eaters by Peter Milligan, I got there. Also,
that's a good one.
Yeah,
50 cents.
Nice.
50 cents. Yeah, that's a good buy. I spent like $5.
Did you buy any Machine Mans? Did you buy
No, the Machine Mans I found were $3. For
that's
people
too
that
much.
are interested, I'm looking for the Kirby Machine Mans. They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long did you spend digging? That's a question. Because I finding myself getting
Well,
bored quickly when I start going through something.
Yeah.
Especially I don't have time.
I'm lucky because I'm like my table is right near the first guy's table.
Yeah.
So I'm like just sitting there and nobody's coming by my table.
It's literally
I'm like,
right across the aisle.
yeah, it's right across the alley from that table. So I'm like, I kind of want this, and then I can just walk over and keep looking back at my table and be like, no, it's not here, and then go back to my table. So
See, I can do that too because I know no one is going to my table.
dude, and that's seriously, people that don't know, Jason makes good fucking comics.
Oh, thank you.
No, I mean I think except for mine, Jason's are the best mini comics out there.
I think that's very true.
Because they're not as small as yours.
No,
There's
they
don't
are. It's funny because I don't know. Is it 5 years ago now? The
Yeah.
first space we did together,
Yeah.
and we accidentally got set next to each other, and it was just of all the comics I was exposed to, his was unquestionably the best.
Oh, that's very sweet of you.
It's true.
Well, yours were unquestionably the smallest that I saw.
Sounds like someone's going to have a cocoon for two tonight.
Maybe a butterfly will emerge.
So I think that covers all the comics I bought today.
How about you, Kurt?
Kurt?
I had no intention of buying any comics, really, until...
But you got a shirt.
I did get a shirt for free from Silver Media.
Didn't have
Empire.
pubes on it?
Okay, what?
Did it have pubes on it? Because I didn't depube his.
I don't know. It's in my car. I should probably take a look.
Well, it probably has pubes on it.
Wait, how did you have time to go to your car?
You gave it to me right away early, so I was still kind of loading in. So when I went to move my car from the loading dock area, I had your shirt.
Oh, you actually went to the loading dock area. We considered that when we were like, no, we don't have that much stuff.
Yeah, see, I got a box of shirts now.
Yeah.
It just tips me over the realm of.
How do you do your shirts to be able to sort through them? Do you have a secret?
No, I just gotta go. I think it's in here. And I just dig through. It's
All right, we'll go. Remind me tomorrow. I'll show you some tips for
really?
organizing your shirts.
I have to tell you, I have also just in the one day that we've been here, I have learned many organizational tips and/or organizational props and things you've gotten.
I've been doing this way too fucking.
So you've bought little stands. I will be taking some Silver Media stands from the show. And what else did you get? You got something else. Oh, you made the record bowls.
Yeah.
And you're very crafty.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he totally does.
Well, he's part Captain America.
Yeah.
So I ended up buying 2 comics at the place, the same place everybody else went to. Brian John Mitchell recommended
The horror section.
the horror adult section.
Yeah.
And I just ran across 2 issues of that comic Nemesis that was a Eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Like Kevin O'Neill. Although he's
Nemesis the Warlock.
Yeah. I got the first 2, and I swear I never had them, or if I did, I certainly don't know where they are. So it's issue 1 and 2 by Kev O'Neill.
Oh, wow.
He's not even
Nice.
in there. But,
Did you buy that trivia book that we saw there?
No, I didn't buy the trivia book.
No, it's $3 for a trivia book, which we might.
But it has a lot of the answers penciled in, as Kurt found out. He looked at it.
Did you pencil them in?
No, I did not. But there's another guy now in the very corner who looked very alone, but all of his books were $1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like right next to that guy with the big camping.
I went through that.
Anything good? Is it all crap?
Well, his are mainly like he had very few miscellaneous random things.
Oh, well, really? They were all.
They were all like mainstream books. So
there's like 400 Spider-Man books.
Yeah, he has a lot of Spider-Man, a lot of X-Men, but like I went through the miscellaneous M. There was no Machine Man in there, so that's all and I didn't see anything that wasn't Marvel.
I'm sure there's some really good Spider-Man books for $1 in there.
Oh, I'm sure, but I don't care about Spider-Man.
But he's got great power and great responsibility.
Yeah. No,
Listen, Bob, he's got radioactive blood.
Yeah. It's funny
He's Spider-Man.
because like
He eats wheat cakes.
I'm basically 40 or whatever, and my brother's 46, 47. And, I remember, like, when I first started getting comics, and my big brother would read the comics that I bought, because he was buying musics and stuff at the time. And,
like he would listen to the news and Black Flag?
No, Judas Priest and everything.
Yeah.
Like the good music. And he would like be like, oh yeah, I'll read these comics. And he was telling me about how like I remember like when I was like 9 or 10, he'd be like, oh yeah, like Amazing Spider-Man is about him having adventures, and Peter Parker is about his day-to-day life. There's
Peter Parker, the Spectacular.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
The Peter David stuff.
But I don't think that's. I don't know when that stopped being true, but I feel like it stopped being true actually when he was buying them and when I was buying them.
I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know. Did you ever read this?
No.
Like I feel like there was no difference between Amazing and Spectacular when I was buying them.
Probably wasn't.
Yeah.
But I do believe at one time that was probably true.
I bet Spectacular was the best for a while because Peter David wrote a good chunk of those. And
it's funny that you say that because I have this
writer.
animosity towards Peter David.
He's a solid writer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody but me thinks so.
Solid writer. That should totally be your name of your solo.
Solid writer, yeah.
Sorry.
Writer, R-I-D-E-R.
When are you going to record an album for Silver Records?
I hadn't made any plans. Put that right behind me when I finish Star 4.
Star 4 out next month. So the month after that.
Is it 4 that I like? Okay, yeah. I guess
Yeah, because I sent you the plot to 3 and 4 at the same time. That it's like a continued story meant to kind of come out together.
Like Kill Bill.
And a year passes before the
It got
two.
stuck in editing.
Yeah, it got stuck in drawing.
What the fuck is this in here?
What do you got?
What is that?
Excuse me. That was my phone. No, there's a
So the last time I saw Kurt,
It's a piece of
that's
ginger.
called True.
Oh,
It's fine.
Okay, the mead has trube in it.
Trube, is that like
Trube is a byproduct of when yeast turns sugar into alcohol.
So it's,
Really?
is it like alcoholic gum?
Yeah, it's alcohol gum.
Well, first of all, the mead is fantastic, and it has inebriating effects right
It's so good. Brian makes his own mead and brings
In
it
the closet.
in the closet. It's so good.
Just like
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, there you go.
I'm pretty much the R. Kelly of mead makers. Do you need more of this bottle, or I can finish this?
So,
Yeah, finish that off.
what are you guys looking forward to day 2 of Appleseed? Anything?
Selling something.
Selling.
Sales!
I've given up already.
Here's what I would really love. I would love Pretty Jeff to come to me with one of his comics and ask me if I want to.
Alright.
Whoa. Or if Jim Steranko came up to me and asked if I wanted to trade. Did anybody come up to you with trades?
The guy next to me, Robert, me and him traded.
You did get 2 free comics today, though.
That's true.
In exchange for?
For nothing.
Really?
It's called Band Comics.
Yeah.
And this guy has this comic, and I
This
love.
is the stranger to stranger.
No. This is some dude that just.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I love.
He was a little bit.
I love the idea because basically he does this strip called Banned Comics, Banned, like Banned in the USA by Luke Skywalker of Two Live Crew. And basically it's a bunch of strips of a dude yelling at his girlfriend. And basically, it's like they see something, like a naked man, and then this guy yells at his girlfriend like 87 punchlines about whatever they see.
See, that would, okay. Spoiler. I read this. This guy gave me one of his comics, and I gave it to Jason because I thought he'd be more interested.
I liked it.
That is exactly what happened. He came up to me, said, "Hey, do you want a free comic?" I said, "Sure." And he handed it to me and literally ran off.
Yeah, he did. He just handed it.
And he did a trade with me, one comic for one comic, and then he came back and he bought 15 comics.
Well, that's awesome. But yeah, he handed me a comic, ran off. I unfolded it, read like the first line of it, and just looked at Jason and was like, "This is your speed."
Yeah. It was like, it's like, here's a comic that should have one punchline, but
that's the brilliant thing.
Like,
it's like you draw an image and you're like, "Man, I don't know which punchline I should use for this," and you write down a dozen of them.
He uses all of them.
Yeah, he uses all of them.
It totally reminds me of the guy that you liked at Space. You know, the spider dude. I don't know what his real name is.
Oh, Parasol?
Whatever.
The guy from Detroit?
Detroit dude.
Yeah, Parasol. No, but this guy, like, the crazy thing, though, at the very bottom of his comic page, he says, "Hey, I would love to have my comic in your graphic novel. I will pay you to put my comic strip, like, in the back or on the bottom of the page of your graphic novel." And I'm considering that for Ballpoint Break.
Ballpoint Break is... Explain it. People don't know.
Oh, I've told about it.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
No. You need to explain it every episode.
It's a parody of the movie Point Break.
I think it's more of an homage than a...
It's an homage. It's a 68-page graphic novel parodying the Catherine Bigelow movie, where instead of surfers, they are cartoonists. And it's not...
Which is probably more realistic than the original.
You're right.
Really.
And it's not been released yet. I'm going to wait until the guy from Banned Comics sends me a check.
I thought you were waiting until, like, supposedly they're making a Point Break.
I think it's in hiatus, though, isn't
Redux. I'm back, everybody.
Hey, Kurt's back.
Kurt was urinating for those.
Didn't it get, like, postponed or something?
No, it's still in production. The guy who was supposed to play the Patrick Swayze role quit. Gerard Butler, and I guess he got replaced already. So
By
Jason Young.
By Jason Young. Yeah.
Awesome. I wasn't sure if they got my tape.
Your audition tape?
Audition tape.
Finally, you've been sitting on that thing for like 6 years.
No, it's probably also worth us mentioning that the comedian thing that we chose not to go to.
Oh my god.
There's a thing tonight of like basically it's a open mic for cartoonists to pretend like they're comedians, and I really kind of wanted to go to that.
So we decided to do
tell your comedy story that you have, and then I'll tell my same version of the same story.
Well, I just figured it would be like John Porcellino, who's at the show, would go there and he'd be like, "So what's the deal with staples? Why do you put staples in the comics?"
Versus my version is John Porcellino goes, "These new photocopiers, they're like digital scanners, and the scans look crappy." That's it.
And it wouldn't be funny because he's not a comedian.
No, he's not.
He's an awesome storyteller. Yeah. But yeah, like it would be weird to see any of these people try to do comedy.
Well, we're doing it.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah, we're trying right now.
This is miserable.
No, this isn't fun. We aren't pretending that it's funny.
This is real life, man.
Yeah, real life.
Life's life. So what? Wait! I already forgot. What did you end up buying? Nemesis.
Just 2 Nemesis or Nemesi, I guess.
Nemesis.
But now I'm gonna
Nemesis, the Warlock.
The Warlock, yeah. And I was thinking, well, I when I saw the dollar book corner. I was going to go over there tomorrow, but now maybe I won't.
I'll still check it out.
There's a 50-cent corner, which I feel like maybe tomorrow will be a 25-cent.
Oh, yeah.
Because a
It's
lot
in
of
the
times the
opposite
second
end.
day,
It's like near the
opening,
entrance.
when you first walk in, if you go all the way to the right.
That's where I got my extremist graphic novel for 50 cents.
Was it a full collection?
Yeah.
All of them for 50 cents?
Yeah, all 4 of them as a trade for 50 cents.
Wow.
I mean, it's only
Comics, man.
I know, right? Isn't it crazy? 4 issues, though.
You know, this is one of the things that, I like about space compared to quote unquote larger conventions is like here it's like we're competing with mainstream writers, comics. Not like they're not there selling them, but their comics are there for 50 cents.
Right.
And we're trying to sell a book for $3.
Yeah.
And at least at space, you're like competing with other people of our level.
Right.
And trading everything.
Yeah.
Whatever. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean, like.
I do understand.
Like
It's
I'm not
difficult in any convention nowadays to have original new content and have it compete with autographs or sketches or
that guy from Walking
or,
Dead.
yeah, the guy or 50 or $1 bins or 50-cent bins or half off grab.
Kurt Dent's intellectual.
Thank you. It's the mead talking. And the gree that's on top of it, whatever that's called.
The tuber.
True.
The tuberaries.
It's called True. It's
True.
Well, okay.
His Trubic
Oh.
Those of you that don't brew your own alcohol, when yeast converts sugar into alcohol, there are 2 byproducts. There's the alcohol and there's the truth. Yeah. So what he's drinking has alcohol
It's
and
just
a higher truth content.
Sort of a sediment, if you
Yeah, it's a sediment and it's a flavor, and I personally have grown to love it
Well, it
over the
doesn't
years.
give me any problems right now. Except for the violent diarrhea I'll be having momentarily.
No, that's from the pizza.
This is what that sandwich I had.
Yeah,
We had good pizza. What was that place called?
Toscani's.
Toscani's in Fort Wayne.
So
Recommended.
Well, if you're ever in Fort Wayne,
would
try
you-
Scotty's.
okay, we'll start with Kurt Jens.
Yeah.
Next year, are you going to be at Appleseed?
I don't know. This is the 4th time I've done it,
Uh-huh.
and this is the first time they've ever done 2 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. It was a Saturday only
It
show.
was a Saturday only show, so it always was a pretty good show for me. But I wasn't. I mean, it was good for me when I had when I was just pushing the comic, and now I'm pushing prints and stuff. So it was okay. This time I might, but I got to tell you, I don't know what. We'll see what tomorrow brings.
Mm-hmm.
It's an extra day. I mean, it's a guaranteed full day. You have to get a hotel.
Right.
Last year I got one, but I got it for one night.
Right.
So.
Well, the 3 of us are splitting one, which is pretty reasonable when you do it that way.
Right, and they do have a discount for the rooms,
Right.
a block or whatever. But I don't know, 2 days. I mean, that's kind of what I thought about space. I'm not so sure space is worth being 2 days.
For you.
Well,
For you.
even for me, back when I was just had an indie book.
No, I agree. If space was 1 day, I would probably like that better because there'd be no hotel bill. You just drive up super early and then drive home after the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm driving fucking 8 hours for
Yeah.
space, so I can't.
It couldn't.
I'll tell you, this year, I'm fucking 40, basically, and it's like this year driving back home, I was like, I think I need to rent a hotel for 3 nights next year. Like,
Did you drive? Would you drive for space? Would you drive up early,
I get there on Friday, but like this year driving back home, I was like, I fucking should have stayed over Sunday night. I can't fucking do it.
No, it's rough.
You can stay at my house anytime.
Dude, but yeah, like if I stay at your house, I have to drive 2 hours, and then I need to drive another fucking 10. Now I need to drive 10 hours.
You can put the cocoon in Jason's.
So
mouth.
I mean, like by the time I spend 4 hours on, 4 hours worth of gas, is almost as much as I would spend for that extra.
Well,
night.
pretty soon teleportation will be a thing.
Yeah,
It'll be alright.
I
don't
know
know,
that
'cause-
Dayton, there's a teleportation device between Dayton and Columbus that they're working on.
Yeah.
I saw this movie about teleportation, and it doesn't seem like it works out that great. It was a Cronenberg movie. I think it's called The Fly.
All right.
And it
Just
seems like there's some
That's
side
because Gina
effects.
Davis was in it, and that
Oh.
Yeah, she is. I think you're right. She is the side effect of that movie.
she is.
That movie, I actually watched that like 2 weeks ago, and it seems really dated to me. Like it seems very.
I haven't seen it since then. So
There's parts of it I think are awesome, but parts of it seem really dated.
So anyway, are you gonna do this next year?
If the table's free, I would come out and do it again.
That
It's
is a
fun.
big help. I mean,
Yeah.
not
And
having
it
a
is
table-
worth mentioning. Like, I feel like it's cool that it's a juried show. Like, I feel cool.
Prestige.
That, yeah, I feel like good that they're like, this is juried and we approve of you. Like that feels good.
That is nice.
You know.
But yeah, it is worth mentioning that I have yet to sell a penny's worth of product. I haven't sold a single thing at the show after one day, which that's never happened before. So
What about Chicago? What about cake?
I sold some stuff.
Did you sell stuff at cake? Good.
But I mean, like I sold like $20 worth of stuff at Cake, and it was like, a $70 table, and I had to drive to Chicago and get a hotel. So, but I mean, this is like at least free, but I haven't sold anything in it. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Eric.
Oh.
No, you fucking.
What would you come
you
back?
sold some.
No, yeah.
You sold $20.
I don't know.
You're already ahead.
It depends on the situation.
No, he's even because he spent that $20 on fucking trades.
That trades.
That's totally worth it, though. Like I would trade my stuff for comics all day long.
Yeah, you'd sell two. You'd sell. We were kind of alluded to this earlier. I can't remember if it was on the podcast or not, but you'd sell 2 trades to Terry Moore for 2 of his fucking trade paperbacks.
Sure.
So I mean, to me at this point, I feel like a lot of like my main reason to come to this convention is I want to hang out with Jason. I want to hang out with Eric. I want to hang out with Kurt.
Well, that's why I go to any convention that
Yeah.
I do. Is I go in with the notion that I'm not selling anything. I'm going to hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's
And so for me, it's can I afford to make the drive? And the hotel. Because like I said, I already know that I'm not making.
You know what
the
I
money.
kind of wish? I kind of wish we had the balls or whatever, and maybe next year we will, to say like, hey, Porcelino, you should fucking come in and be the 5th person on this.
5th person on the show?
Yeah. Like Porcelino goes with us for pizza,
That'd be awesome.
and Porcelino comes up here with us to be like, yeah, I thought about buying that Kirby trade, but I didn't make enough sales to feel like I could spend those $7 extra to buy the Kirby trade.
I'd love to have Porcelain on the show.
What the fuck is Porcelino? You guys have been talking about all goddamn
John
minute?
John
Porcelain?
Porcelino, King Cat.
He's the Jack Kirby of Tiny Comics.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
I thought you guys thought he was weird.
He is weird.
Oh, okay.
No,
He does comics, so
I
of
don't
course
think
he's
he's
weird.
Like, one time he had a reading at a show like 2 blocks from where I had a noise show that night, like 2 hours later.
Oh, right.
And I was like, dude, I'm playing a show like 2 blocks from here. And he was like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, it's kind of like a noise show. It's a little bit loud. He's like, oh, I can't go to loud shows anymore. I'm old. But like the reality is he's like 5 years older than me.
Right.
So it's like he doesn't.
He's awesome. He's one of my favorites. He's in my top 5 favorite living cartoonists.
I don't know if he's in my.
The other 4 are in this room.
He might be. I mean, like
Definitely.
he's in my top 10. I don't know if he's in my top 5.
Yeah.
Will Eisner's dead, so
Right.
he might be in the top 5.
Right. And Dave Sims done being awesome, so.
No, I disagree because Dave Sim may do another comic for Silver Media in the near future.
That would be awesome. I would love to see that happen.
I want Dave Sim to Ultimate Lost Kisses number 20,
Yeah,
and maybe it'll happen. I mean, I don't know. I haven't written it, so there's that. That's my.
Does he take as much time as I do between comics?
Well, Okay, so some people know this story, but like Dave Sim wrote me and was like, "Hey, when's the next Lost Kisses coming out?" And I wrote him and I was like, "I don't know." And I sent him the copy of the script, and I'm like, "This is the script attached. I'm not sure that this is a script that I can handle with stick figure comics." He responded 2 weeks later with a fully drawn script. He like drew the whole fucking thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For free.
For free.
He can be awesome.
No, I mean, I think it's more than he can be awesome. I think he is often awesome.
Yeah.
But then, like,
Well,
some people are dicks, and if they're dicks to him, he's dicks to them.
Right.
That's what I think. And, I mean, you know, he's trying to pay his bills. He's like anybody else. You know?
Well, speaking of bills to pay, tomorrow we gotta get up early and do another show, so we should probably wrap this up pretty soon.
Nope, this is a 12-hour podcast. Go to Trash Network.
Not in this room, it isn't.
Plus, I might need to go to the vending machine and get some Doritos, because I'm still a little tipsy.
Is it the mead?
It could be the mead.
Which mead are you drinking?
I'm drinking the vanilla one right now.
I think I'm on cinnamon.
Yeah, this is the best.
What do you have? Ginger?
I had the cinnamon, or no, the vanilla.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
Order yours today from Silver
Was there going
Media.
to be a song in this episode?
Nope.
God damn it.
Do you want to sing an a cappella song?
No.
No.
Yeah, you can do it. You can be like, me.
Can you do it?
I prefer to beatbox if I could.
Can you do a Apocalypse Aboken a cappella song?
All right, you do.
I like to
you
pretend to
sing the Slayer song of your choice, and me and Jason will do the back.
the backing vocals.
Yeah, no, we'll do the guitar and bass parts.
That's
You,
nice.
you
I like
start.
that. Gee, I don't know which one. What's a good one?
More ensemble.
I think I have that on my iPod right now.
No.
Dead Skin
You
Mask?
gotta go.
Dead Skin
Dead
Mask is
Skin
good.
Mask.
What's my order? If this will come through on
Are you sure this?
Mr. King!
What?
Mr. King!
here. I think it's Geen. Isn't it
It's
Geen?
Geen.
It's Geen. Isn't it Geen?
No, it's Mr. King, because that's the guy from Slayer.
No, I think they call him Mr.
No,
Geen.
he says Mr. Geen, but it sounds like Mr. King.
I think we should just.
This is the most boring.
I think we should just
boring
call the
final
name.
statement.
Goodbye, everybody.
How I've waited for you to come. I've been here all along. Now that you've arrived, please stay a while. And I promise I won't keep you long. I'll keep you forever.
Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. You can subscribe to the show from guttertrash.net or from iTunes and leave us a review. Visit guttertrash.net for email information, links to our Facebook and Twitter pages, and for other podcasts and websites in the Gutter Trash Network. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.